Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. What should we talk about today? I don't know. My laptop came today. I haven't set it up or anything. So, you know, that's something I'm looking forward to setting up later today. Just, you know, testing out for a while. Apart from that, I don't know. I don't really have any plans, crazy plans for today or whatever. What video was it just uploaded? Unpacking Shenhua. Oh, that's a good one. Good start of the arc. But anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, 6:12 p.m. on Friday, July 14th, 2023. Let me read things properly, I suppose. Might do a bit of drawing today. Might play some games. Might talk to my friends. You know, usual stuff. I don't know what this bit is. It's not even a bit. But yeah, what can we talk about today? I feel like I had something in mind, but it's kind of like slipped from memory. Oh, you know, that was what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about delivery times, you know. I don't know if it's the case for most people, but I feel like 90% of the time when I order something, it comes earlier than the expected delivery date, which I've got to assume is a, you know, I'm not going to say like a ploy by the business, because that seems a little bit of a pessimistic view on it, but something like it's probably intentionally done that way, such that when, you know, it's always better to like under promise and over deliver, right, than over promise and under deliver. Because human beings, our brains are wired to compare things, I suppose, relatively to each other rather than in absolute value. So, you know, when you see a delivery time and you're like, oh, the delivery time's next week, you'll be like, okay, you know, next week that'll be fine. It'll be good to get it. And then when it comes in like 3 days or something instead, you're like, whoa, I can't believe how like quickly it came. That's basically what happened. Like when I ordered the laptop 2 days ago or 1 day ago. 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. And it arrived today. So, you know, it was like a 2-day turnaround, which is pretty quick. But yeah, I feel like most of the times whenever I order something, delivery wise, it's nearly every single time has arrived earlier than I expected. I'm trying to think of something which I've ordered and it arrived later than I expected. Technically, when I was building my computer, the computer I have right now, which is sitting on my desk, I ordered all the parts and they all came like in a reasonable time frame. But I remember I was waiting like a really long time, waiting for the motherboard to arrive, because I was just like, where is it? You know, it's not here. It's just like all the other parts came within like a week or two, like within expected time frames, and it was like it's been 3 weeks. The motherboard hasn't come yet, and it said it's like out for delivery, but it hasn't said it's been received or something. I don't remember why I didn't necessarily check the delivery things, or maybe I did. Excuse me, just drinking some water. And then it got to a point where I was just like, okay, I should probably just like call the company and be like, hey, you never delivered this thing. When at that point we had like a knock on the door from my neighbours. Our neighbours, I should say. And then it was basically them holding the motherboard. No, not neighbours, not literally neighbours. It was actually like basically like a road I lived on. Let's say it was called like Oak Lane or something. And then like and there was another nearby road which is an offshoot from Oak Lane, which is called like Oak Avenue or something like that. Obviously, these are not the actual names. I'm not going to give out, you know, addresses. So yeah, that's basically it. And it turns out that while we were like on Oak Lane, for example, that package got delivered to Oak Avenue, the same like number. Let's say we were number like I don't know, 58. So while we were on 58 Oak Lane, it got delivered to 58 Oak Avenue, and you know. And the reason that it took so long, I suppose, for the inhabitants, I suppose, at Oak Avenue to deliver to us, because it's something which happened a lot. You know, a lot of the times the delivery drivers get mixed up because it's the same postal code, I think, for the two streets, because one is literally just an offshoot of the other. And of course, the street names are very similar and the housing numbers overlap. So I'm sure a lot of mix-ups happened between them. So we knew them somewhat well, you know, and sometimes we like give stuff over to them and be like, hey, you know, we got these letters, they're yours, and they're like, oh, thank you, and vice versa. But they were like on holiday for like a month or something, or like when that package got delivered. So it got delivered, you know, to them, and you know, I didn't get like a notification or anything about the fact it was delivered. All that happened is the delivery person just left it on their doorstep, I suppose, maybe like under the doormat. I don't know. I didn't see it exactly. And of course, they weren't there, and so they couldn't like pick it up and give it to us, I suppose, for an entire month. or the entire a few weeks or something that they were on holiday for. It's only when they got back from holiday they were just like, oh, what's this? And we looked at it and we were just like, a computer motherboard, and we were like, this doesn't seem like ours. And we looked at the label and we were like, oh, it's, you know, our neighbours. And how long has it been there for? And you might be like, the craziest thing about that is not the fact that the delivery person just left it there and then they were on holiday. The crazy part of the fact is it did not get damaged and it did not get stolen that entire time. That's because that area is a very nice area. But I would probably say like a large majority of the population are probably people who are like retired or like families. So, you know, it's a pretty nice area is basically what I mean to say. So, you know, low chance of people like stealing it, and also, you know, it's a small, very, not like extraordinarily small, but a pretty small like village or town, I would say. Lily, you especially are not allowed to move anywhere. Don't leave, because you are my favourite villager, and I'd be very sad if you left. But still, yeah, but it is kind of astonishing the fact that it never got like stolen or anything, you know, especially with the uptick, I think, of package thieves going on and what have you. It's yeah, it's getting sort of like increasingly more common for people to like lose their packages one way or another. So most of the time I want to, you know, be there to like make sure I get my package, I suppose. But it does seem like, I don't know, all the reports I see of like tend to be from like American news sources, which I don't know if it's noticeably more common in America than other places. But, you know, I've never like been the victim, I suppose, of a package theft, mainly because the areas I've lived in, the general populace probably would not be really the people stealing packages. You know, like, it's not like your elderly grandma is probably going to come along and steal something. Well, maybe, I should say. Maybe let's not rule out demographics, hey? But it has happened before where, like, I got delivered a game. I remember I ordered from Amazon once. It was just left on our doorstep for a while. I remember my father being like kind of annoyed, being like, hey, you know, anyone could have just stolen it. It was just like sitting there. And it's like, yeah, that's very true, but probably not in this area. So yeah, that motherboard was just like there at the neighbours for like ages. And it's very lucky because from what I recall, they have like for one, I think it was in summer, and two, they also have like an awning thing, not an awning, like a porch roofing over their front door, which prevented like any rain from really affecting it or like soaking through the cardboard and ruining the motherboard. And you know, that was my number one concern. I was like, I hope this motherboard hasn't been ruined. I know the box is like reasonably waterproof. It's not watertight, of course. And, you know, the environments and the elements could have done anything to damage it. I have no idea when this got delivered, so it could have been sitting there from anywhere from like 3 weeks to maybe only a few days. But, you know, I assembled my computer and it booted up completely fine. Everything looked good. So, you know, good job, motherboard. You're a very hardy one. But yeah, it's probably like the largest delay I think I've ever had on a delivery. I remember like one of the most like mind-blowing like quickness of deliveries was one time I ordered something from Amazon, the Japanese Amazon site. It's actually like I don't know where they are. Oh, here they are. But they're basically like piano books for like anime songs. You know, which ones you might say. It's the Cinderella Girls, and it's, I don't remember what the other one is. Was this in my Love Live era? Maybe. That's Cinderella Girls. It actually is a Love Live books, which is wild to think because I don't even think. I very much like have not been following Love Live for 10 years now or something. Yeah, it's about 10 years. Wow, yeah, because it was actually pre-GCSE era, I think, for me. No, maybe no, around GCSE era. I think when I first started following that, which is wild. If you don't know what Love Live is, it's basically like idol anime. It's probably the most popular idol anime, or most well-known idol anime, I'd guess. Nowadays, that's probably changing. I don't really know, but at least back in the day. So I ordered like 3 of these piano, like the official like piano arrangement books, I suppose, from the Japanese store on Amazon because I couldn't get it anywhere else. And it was like estimated delivery like 2 months or something, and then it came in like a week. It was like insane. I was like, huh? That's wild. Global okay, maybe not like a week, maybe like 2 weeks or something, but still, I'm like, that's half the time. So I've got to imagine when they do these estimates for delivery times, they're basically being like, hey, what's the lowest delivery time we can say while giving us enough wiggle room and still under promising, you know? if people get used to the sort of thing, be like, oh, this delivery is expected to be like a week or 2 or something, you know, people get used to that. And then when it comes in like inevitably in like 3 to 4 days, people are like, whoa, this is amazing. It's here even earlier than I expected. Because that's certainly a lot better than, I suppose, the inverse. Sometimes delays happen or something. Be like, oh, it's going to arrive in 3 to 4 days. And then most of the time it's just like it achieves that goal and people, you know, don't think about it in the slightest. But then when there's a delay and it's like, oh, actually it's going to have to take like 10 days for it to get to you, people will probably be quite outraged. But, you know, if you said the initial delivery date is like 2 weeks or like a week or something, people are not going to be as outraged, I like to think. But, you know, humanity itself can surprise you. No, I opened the camera. I'm using the pink and green Joy-Cons as well, so we're going to be stuck in here forever. Oh, not that long, it seems. Oh my god, please just go right. Not that right. Oh no, we... Go left? No, right. It's a lot better to open up a Critterpedia than the camera, to be fair. I'm just trying to press left and then like have a reaction time to it. No. It's impossible. How do you open the Nook Miles when you have Joy-Con drift like this? What if we went up, down? No. It's genuinely impossible. Hold on, we're not going to stop until I do it. I'm trying to press left as it goes right. To be like, stop it midway. Okay. Come on. Okay, you know what? We're not going to do Nook Mile missions today. We're going to let the blue and red Joy-Cons charge and recharge themselves, and then eventually we'll switch them back for pink and green ones. I should really look into that thing, because there's a thing you can do to fix the Joy-Con drift, but I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's like you put a piece of cardboard down like underneath the sticks or something. It's probably gotten to a point where I should do it for these Joy-Cons, but I just haven't. I think you might be able to, well, actually, no. I was going to be like, I think you can get them repaired, but I think you can only get them repaired if you're in the EU. And the UK is not in the EU anymore. So, that's not happening, probably. Anyway, yeah, so delivery times are, you know, wild. You know, sometimes they're rapid, sometimes they're not. But most of the times they sort of over-deliver, but it's about under-promise. I wonder if that is the longest I've waited for like a parcel or something. I'll be honest, most of the times the delivery times don't like super stick in my head. I have this conversation with my friends where like they were like, the best part is to like order something, then, you know, anticipate it coming, and then when it comes you can like immediately open it and be like, yeah, look at this cool new thing I got. And I totally understand that, like the excitement which comes to it, but you are probably not surprised to learn that that is not a feeling I get for whatever reason. Me and my very understated feelings. I remember, like, you know, I was talking to my friends about it, and then it was just like, yeah, I mean, you know, the best part is like I love ordering things because there's, oh, what did I forgot what I ordered, and you know, here it is, and now it's so exciting unboxing it and, you know, being able to use them, that sort of thing. And I was like, and generally, you know, it's like it's weird to say because, you know, I never really thought about it until that point, you know, that would be like a cause for excitement or something. But it's the sort of thing where I was just like, oh yeah, you know, I 100% understand. That seems like an absolute normal thing to like feel, but I don't think I've felt that, or at least if I have, not very often. I guess I have a very pragmatic sort of viewpoint when it comes to deliveries. It's like, oh, I got, you know, it's not even like ooh or anything. I mean, most of the times in these videos I go like, ooh, woo, yeah, and when really my reaction is probably just like nothing. Not the wow on the screen. That was me deliberately saying nothing to be like, I don't have like a strong external reaction to things. But yeah, so just like, oh, I ordered something. Ah, here it is. Nice. but that's basically it. I mean, if anything, I suppose it's illustrated. Oh no. Oh, we did it. It's illustrated by the fact that, you know, I got a new shiny like technological toy today, a laptop, which, you know, I'd been wanting for a while, and then I've just, you know, it's just been sitting there for 6 hours or something, and I've not even touched it yet, and it's something I probably won't touch until probably about like 8 or something. I don't know. Certainly I will experiment with it when I actually get it, but that's, you know, I'm not in a rush. It's still going to stay there probably. It's not like it's going to evaporate or something. Well, hopefully not. It's a water laptop. So yeah, I guess I'm just like not in a rush to like go interface with it right now. We're not going to open back yet. We're going to go talk to another villager before we do so, just so we can get to missions done at once. Yeah, so it's like I'm not in a rush with that sort of thing. So I don't know. Delivery times I don't really think about it all that often. Really, I will say nowadays, so delivery times are much better sort of like tracked by the fact that you can actually track exactly where a delivery driver is. So you have a much better estimation of when they'll come to your house to actually deliver something. You can prepare for it. You can be like, I need to be at the home, at the house, at this moment, XYZ moment. Otherwise, I'm going to miss a package, and that's not going to be great. And then you're gonna have to like go to a post office to go get it or something, or you had to do XYZ. I remember one time when I was in university, I ordered some clothes online. I think I ordered them from America. It was from like a site called like Sock Dreams, from what I recall, because they had some very cute socks, and they have a lot of like long like thigh length knee socks or things like that, which tend to be the socks I prefer to wear, because they're warm and cozy, and I like stylistic things like that. And I can't remember, I just saw that site online somewhere, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. So I ordered a bunch of socks from there, and I remember it got delivered to my university like mail room or whatever, and I was just like, oh, what's this? It didn't actually get delivered. What happened was I got sent like a slip being like you had to pay like import fees or whatever on it. That's what I remember. I was like, oh, that's pretty nice to get a delivery. It was like, oh, your thing has been delivered, XY thing. And then I remember seeing it being like, it's being held at like this location. And I was like, why is it being held there? And I was like, oh, you had to pay like £10 or whatever for the import tax. I was like, okay. Luckily it's easy. I just, it was just like a payment or something. I can't remember exactly how I paid it. Was it through transfer, or was it through like a code or something? I don't remember. You might be like, was it a scam? I don't think so. But maybe it was. Maybe they did scam me for that, in which case, fair enough. I got absolutely played. But I got my socks in the end, so really, who's getting played? I mean, I guess I would still get my socks if I didn't get scammed, if it was a scam. I'm not saying it was a scam. It probably, almost certainly was not a scam, because, I had done that before. I think probably for a game or something I ordered from America as well. I don't really remember. Anyway. Deliveries. Yeah, delivery times. Sometimes super fast. In this case, pretty fast. And I guess I'll go see what my laptop's like, and then I can report to you about it tomorrow. But for now, I'm gonna round off this episode here. I don't even know where I'm gonna put my laptop. I've got like no room anywhere anymore. I guess it can slide underneath here, underneath my graphics tablet. That makes sense. If you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, discussion, shares greatly appreciated. Twitter, Discord down below. Hope you see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.